I actually thought this would be pretty cool and interesting, and I have done it once before, and you guys can generally see and tell if you've been around for a long time, kind of how there's been a bit of a paradigm shift and tone shift in the way the Tower of God is. I've been covering it and speaking about it, and I like to see if how much of my ideas have held up. This is a video that I made in August 30th in 2018 about not underestimating the tower, because I thought people thought the climb was going to be too easy, and they were just like, "Oh, Bam's going to win. He's the best. He's the strongest." And this is back when I believed. This is back when I wasn't part of the CBL crew, when I was a non-believer, a heathen, if you will. And I want to see if this holds up. So you might see me occasionally actually react to one of my own videos. So let's just see. Without further ado, like, subscribe, hit the bell, and let's hop right in. It don't matter though. Young nigga from Canada, brought from that bullshit and go like a matador. So I'm kind of going to address this one last time, and then I'm going to leave it at that. Let the story basically tell us and show us what will or will not happen. But I do want to say this for a lot of people. Roro gang, shout out. Because I feel like since Data, Jahad, and Bam's fight, which we can actually debate that Bam didn't even win, that Jahad could have kept going despite him missing an arm. I don't know, y'all been acting kind of goofy with this power scaling and whatnot, and thinking I'm so wrong. I'm so wrong already. I'm so wrong, bro. Oh my lord. All right, let's see. But I know this is the era where I started to get a little. Me and the Tower of God community were going back and forth about so many things, and that's especially if Bam was or wasn't ranker level. I remember this era. Bam, I'm seeing Bam could beat Rek because he scratched to Rek. Obviously, you know about the Bam and Yuri stuff. It's just, I don't know what's going on, and I don't want people to misunderstand, because I think... Oh, yes, because this is when Dustin was saying that Yuri would lose to Bam right here, like during the last examination or a little before that, because honestly, long story short, he was like right in the long run. He was, because if I remember correctly, his argument wasn't necessarily that Bam was stronger in the moment, that all of the plot contrivances and all types of things would converge to allow him to win, like Yuri launching the Black March towards him. I think Bam's a monster. His latent potential is incredible, but we need to calm down a little bit, because I like Bam. I relate to him. He's one of my favorite characters. The Valhalla music in the back. Protagonist ever. It just, so some people are like, cyberpunk, you're kind bartending action. I'm like, I'm not downplaying him. I think you guys are overrating him, and I think you guys are underestimating the tower. So let's talk about it. My old intro. Yeah. Running through the six already. One more time. Running through the six already. So here's what I mean when I say I feel like a lot of people are underestimating the tower. It is not some, walk in the park to climb 134 floors to the Jahad Empire. Rankers are being disrespected. Isn't it crazy how wrong I am? Just sorry, I have to pause that. Just you know what? Let me just watch. I have a bad habit of when I pause. I guess when I react, I pause too much. I don't know. I gotta find a middle ground. I think some people watch too much and they're not really transforming the content. I think I pause every 2 seconds. Affected by the community, and I don't know why. I feel like fundamentally, we understand that Tower of God is a story where the regulars take various tests, do various games on each floor in order to advance to the next one. And I'm thinking to myself, at this point, if they're already stronger than the people who are basically instructing them or giving them tests, what's the point? If these guys, if Bam is already this powerful and whatnot, I don't feel like any test should really phase him. Now, I guess administrator test, but I don't know. That being said, Tower of God is not a meathead story or narrative, so some of these tests are pretty much purely cerebral. Look at Hansung Yu's test, right? You have to choose a door in 5 minutes and you failed. If you don't, hope I had, man. There was no powers you can use. There was no, I'll blast the doors. None of that can help you. So I'm not gonna say he would breeze through every test, because we don't know how some of them might test you mentally, or some might just be luck. So in addition to that, I feel like for high rankers, for the
You
most,
also tell I'm not that comfortable speaking yet. I have a natural stutter. It's true. I've always had it as long as I could live. But I remember it taking me about a year to just be comfortable speaking especially because I actually do most videos completely off the cuff. I might think about what I want to say throughout the day. Like let's say I was at work or something and I'm like, oh, I have this video for Meal Love. I'll spend the day thinking about what I'm going to say and come and say it. And then like I don't very rarely do I just have an idea in like a spurt of a moment and just hit record and start rambling and speaking. But yeah, I could tell how uncomfortable I am here.
part, the community seems to be like, you know, we're not gonna underestimate them, but I don't know the Urek stuff. I don't even know what to say to that. He's the strongest active member in the tower who climbed it even faster than Jahad in only 50 years.
2018, remember?
I'm not trying to hear that, but he scratched him. Listen, go bathe. Go outside. Stop talking to me. I don't want to hear this shit.
Go bathe.
You're tripping. Bad.
Yeah, he's not.
But in addition to just the rankers, I actually think we're underestimating some of the other regulars. The CD.
In my opinion, today, like let's say if Bam and Urek had that clash today, this is where I think that the scratch would make sense.
The CB and A rank regulars. I do believe that there's going to be tons of regulars that can still pose a threat to a lot of our team members.
Y'all like this moron? Crazy.
Including Bam. Especially in the B and A rank. People who are higher up the floor, have a bit more experience and whatnot. And the reason why I say that is because, again, I feel like fundamentally the story is already broken if he can just go and wash and none of these guys can touch him. Because it's like, well, who's there to oppose his Bam's team and such? If, okay, he's already stronger than all these regulars, he's out here washing the rankers at this point. I don't believe that makes much sense. And you have to remember, there's tons of Jahad princesses that are climbing the tower, and we know that they're.
This is back when I believe that they were like OD incredibly strong as far as in tower inhabitants go, but
aptitude and their abilities are phenomenal. I can always look back at the Andorsey in the Sword Art arc, aka the Hidden Floor, Data Floor, where
shout to Simi.
Everyone there is learning tension and Shinsu quality. And Dorsey learned it in less than 2 days. And as talented as Bam is and was, it took him longer to learn it. So we're
back when I used to use logic and reason, man. Jesus.
Not gonna just be like, oh, because he's in a regular, he's the best or whatever. And SIU himself said,
I knew it
right here,
blog post,
that a lot of people are getting the wrong idea.
He's not the most talented. Right.
And he says here, there's something that many readers misunderstand. Bam's talent is definitely amazing, but it's not matchless. He has weaknesses as well.
Where?
F.U.G didn't capture Bam.
Where?
And because of his talent, but rather due to his irregular title. So, this tells me that he's not. So what he's trying to say here is that, yes, Bam is powerful. Yes, he has talent, but he's not some incredible genius that no one can match.
Has the gift and ability
and we have proof of
be
this.
great.
And we have proof that a regular
he's great already.
In past, which I'll get to in a second. But remember that the most important thing about being an irregular is that the rules of the tower don't really apply to you.
I think that's lost on a lot of people, but I do think that in terms of portrayal, the way that it started to come across, I don't know if I can 100%. I don't know. I still have my belief system that because you can ignore the rules, you can grow in ways that other people can't. I think the example I use when I made the video, I'll have an annotation here for this, is that, what did I say? Oh, so it's like the equivalent of being able to play soccer, but none of the rules apply to you. So you can run out of bounds, you can pick up the ball, just throw it in the net. You can drop kick people. It's not a foul, and it's like, well, who's going to stop you if you don't have to play by the same set of rules as other people? You know what I'm saying? And that allows you to become extraordinary. I could still be an extremely, absolutely, phenomenally talented soccer player. Cristiano Ronaldo, Thierry Henry, some of my favorites. Those are my two favorite players, right? And then it's like, okay, but that guy couldn't just pick the ball up and run, though. So, anyways.
Forget everything else. That's the main thing you need to take away from that title. Now, Adori and N have surpassed tons of irregulars being purely Jahad princesses. Adora, we don't even know if she's
This is back when I thought power was the most important thing. I don't believe that anymore.
from a 10 great family. She could just be a talented regular, or a talented regular who got Jahad's blood and became what she is today. And we
That
know
is
it was
literal
the
blood, the procedure of
Gustain
blood.
plus giving the power of blood, and she became rank number
blood.
7, stronger than a lot of irregulars. So with this arc coming up right now, the last station, I feel that SIU has an opportunity to kind of calm everyone's ass down and be like, look, relax.
Why did I end it like that? I don't like that.
You know, they have a ways to go. This
Yo.
story is not, even in its like end phase right now. Let's just see how it plays out. So basically what I'm saying here is
Why did I do that?
believe what you want to believe, but you probably shouldn't underestimate rankers, and you definitely shouldn't underestimate the other regulars. I understand our team and some of our members are growing at a high rate, but I still think they've got a ways to go. But that's what you have to say. Tell me what you guys think about it. You think Bam's ranker level? You think he's beating Yuri and Urek? Let me know in the comment section below. And you guys have
Yuri one's not
a
even.
good day.
It's not even crazy.
I'm just by myself.
Young Vincent Benitez.
By myself. Phantom of the South, sitting in a different realm. I don't like these rainy skies cause I'm not one to dwell.
I don't miss the outros. My outros and intros are nice, fam. Okay, yeah, I don't agree with that video anymore at all. At all, really, for the most part. I'm wrong. That's crazy, bro. A different time and a different era. That was fun. What do you guys think, though? Let me know what you actually think, like, in terms of what I said in that video, in terms of my current thoughts and opinions. Do you think any of it is still true, not true, completely wrong? This video's obsolete. Delete it. Quit. Delete your channel. What do you guys think? And let me know in the comment section below. And let me know if you like this. I'll do it for a couple. There's 2 more I'm going to do it for automatically. But is any other video you think maybe I should react to because it might not have held up as well as time went on? Let me know. But yeah, Bam is God. CBL. I apologize for any of my for anything else that I said. CBL till I die. You know. There's one more thing I want to say, but I don't remember. All right, y'all have yourself a mighty fine day. I won't be out. Shout out to the Patreon gang. Yes, sir. Shout out to my CBL, the certified BAM lovers, and my priests of fire. But especially to the Fifth Zen gods. Shout out to Triss, Abdel, AJ, Allen, Bloody Winters, Childish, Nujabes, David Langstaff, Irene Sharda, Jamarcus Cole, Cayenne, Chris, Lazy Dragon, Lucky Roo, Miles, Revenant, Scobe, Simi, and Sunny Kathapali. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you.